Hello, my name is Anne and welcome to a Tobyknits Quilty Fun Special, Piazza Clue 2. Now, here is our finished block. Do you not just love this fabric? Oh my gosh. This is the Valle. Anyway, the confession I have to make is that while I was filming putting this together, which is going to follow shortly, my sewing machine kept acting up. So I ended up having to cut out all the sewing parts where you normally would see me sewing. And I actually messed it up completely and utterly at one point. Didn't read the instructions properly, so please make sure you read the instructions and follow them. And don't sew along with me while we make this. Watch it first so that you can see where I made the boo-boo so that you don't make that too. Anyway, let's get on with putting together this fabulous, which I thought was going to be super quick and easy, by the way, Clue 2 of Piazza. Okay, so here we are ready to solve Clue 2 of our Piazza puzzle mystery quilt. I've got all my fabric, I've got my trusty guide that gives me my fabric letters A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and I have my printout of my clue. Now, before I start, if you'll remember last month, I wrote on the top of the previous month's clue some information pertinent to sewing. For me, that helps me. So basically I remembered, because I wrote this down, that I am using Aurifil 2000 thread. So I have that set up in my machine. I am using my metallic 1/4 inch foot, which is this one, because I actually have 2 1/4 inch feet. One is a plastic one that came with my machine, and this one I purchased and before I got this machine, so I already had it, and so it's metallic. And I haven't done a test yet to see which one gives me the best 1/4 inch, but basically you really need to just be consistent with which foot you're using. So that's the one I've got set up and on the machine. Just pop that in there now. It's ready to go. And I'm also setting my stitch length to 2. So I have just changed that now. So actually I'm going to write this on here so that I know it's easier than having to keep, I'm just going to put metallic 1/4 inch and 2 stitch. Then that way I've got it on this, because we always need to keep this. This is our really important handy dandy thing to keep. Yes, I still have my cough. It's a lot better than it was though. So let's see what we've got in way of our fabrics to get started. This is what our finished piece is going to look like, and this looks pretty easy and straightforward. It is also, looks like we're just making 2 of the same design. Yep, we're just doing 2 of the same design. And these are the pieces we need. So we need A, which is our seahorses. So that's this for me. It's A. And we should have 8 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, I have 8 of those. We then need 8 B's, so that's these triangles. Aren't they gorgeous? I love this one because it kind of goes from one color to it. It's not, it's like it's not all the same. And I love this fabric also because you can tell which is the right side and which is the wrong side because it has metallic on it. Then we need C, and C are the turtles. For me, you would have a different fabric unless you're doing Valle. So there are turtles. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we need 8D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we need E, 2 E's. Oh, these look like they're big. Oh, they are. They're quite long. And there's 2 of them. Now, if you want to, you can use letters. Last month I used letters to separate all my fabric so I knew which is which. But today I'm just going to use my grid so that I know. So I'm going to keep this handy, perhaps there to the side, so I can tell which is which that we're going to do. So there's our first page done. Yay! So here is our instructions on how to make them. So the first thing, I'm sorry, my son keeps trying to talk to me. It's super, super hot here today. Like, I'm talking really ridiculously hot. It was like that yesterday. I live in Ontario, Canada, and it was horrifyingly hot. I think it was like 40 something degrees with the humidex and ugly, like thick air. I didn't go outside. I'm probably not going to go outside today because I just don't like it when it's that hot. It's hard to breathe. And so I stayed in anyway. Today, and we had a huge thunderstorm last night, which did not help because it's just as hot and sticky and horrible today as it was yesterday. So I messaged my son and said, if your wife wants to come over, my daughter-in-law, if she wants to come over with the kids today, because we have air conditioning and they don't, then come on over. But I guess he said they're fine. Anyway, back to this. We'll be making 2 sections of two section 2s. The instructions below tell us how to make both sections at the same time. So that's good, saves us a lot of messing about. So what we need to do is join triangle A to triangle B, and we need to make 8 of those. So let's do that first. We will join triangle A, which is, let's move these out the way. A and B is this one. Okay, so A, let me move that out the way. So we are going to set our triangles up. Make sure you've got them the right way. I just love that all this comes pre-cut. Like, I mean, I enjoy cutting too, don't get me wrong. But I have to be in the mood for cutting. Okay, I'm missing one. 1, 2, there it is. Gotta be careful that they're not stuck together. 3, and that's why I count them first, because then I know it's not an error and I haven't been missing one on a package. So actually, I'm going to do it this way to make it a lot easier. I'm going to set them there and 1 here, so I know what the 1 looks like, and then the rest can all be the same. And then this is going to go like that to make our square. And these will all go here. And I will probably chain piece these all, which just means I'll do them one after the other without stopping the thread, without cutting the thread between each one, because that really does save you thread. All right, so we then need to fold this one over and make sure that all our edges match. Let's so that you cannot see either from the other side. So there's that. If I turn it over, I can't see the green. So these are all matched up lovely. I will then take this to the machine. And let me change my view for you so you can see. And I am going to line this up. I always put my needle down first. I don't know if that's, it just helps me guide where my fabric is going to be when I start. And there we go. And I'll just get off of that, and then I'll pick my next one and put these two together. And I'm just going to go all the way through like this. I'm sorry you can't see that. Here we go. Line them all up. You can pin them if you want to, but I don't always pin them. I just realized you didn't even see the last one because I had the other machine. I don't know how to do a screen and a screen yet. I'll have to figure that out. So again, I'm lining them up so that they don't see underneath. And then back here we come. So I'm just going to do the same for all the rest. And I'll meet you back when I have finished doing that. Okay, so apparently I had some technical difficulties in that when I pressed pause to make all the rest of my triangles, I turned it off. So I was talking away and talking away and talking away, and yeah, you didn't hear what I was saying. So hopefully I will try my best not to do that again. So let me just go over what we did. So we sewed together the A and the B triangles, and we pressed them towards the A, which is the darker fabric for me. And we did all of those. We did 8 of them. And then after those 8 had been sewn, we then sewed 4 of them together in a row. And our seams all go towards the right. So they all go that way. And we did that for 2 of them. So we had 2 strips of 4. And then finally we sewed on number E fabric, which was a long, lovely strip of this yellow. And we put our seams down towards the yellow. And we made 2 of those. So that's where we got to, and then we have to put these to the side. Our next step, so that was all of section 2, 1, 2, and 3. So now we're on step 4, and I'm not going to pause the video. You'll just have to watch me sew them all together. And we are going to do them with the C square in the top. For me, that's the triangle, turtles, and the D square at the bottom. And this is what our square will look like when it's done. So I'm just going to start sewing these together, lining them up like we did before. And here we go. Let's see there. Now we're going to press these towards the C? Yeah. towards the C. Okay, let me figure that out. I would love to know if some of you have a hard time trying to figure out how to do the seams. Okay, so let's take this one and open it up so I know which is which. So turtles is my C, and I want it to go up that way. So that means the turtle one has to be on the top. Okay, all right, so we'll do a couple of seam settings with making sure we always have the C on the top. And then when we open this up and push, we're pushing our C to the top, like that. And push, just rest on your seam. Making sure I'm still recording, because you know. Oh, come on. Oh boy, did I have a really bad cold a couple of weeks ago. Still have the cough, but I actually thought I had COVID. My husband was sick at exactly the same time too. We both thought we had COVID, but we didn't. And if that wasn't COVID, I don't want to know what COVID felt like. So I'm going to make sure I've got all these with my orange turtles on the top as I set these seams. Like that. Push and hold. Yeah. How many of you have had COVID? Can't believe we still have it hanging around. Gosh. How much it's messed up a lot of things over the years. Who knew? I still remember hearing about it for the first time in, like, I think it was November, was it 18 or 19? I don't even remember now. And all these people from China were being dragged out of their houses if they had temperatures. I thought, oh my gosh, that's terrible. So now we are going to join step 4, and we're going to make 2. Okay, so we need a C and a, oh, look, see now here. This isn't all AAs and BBs. Oh, you can't even see that. This isn't all AAs and BBs like here. We're going to do a CD, DC, and we're making 2 of them. Okay, so C at the top, and then D is this way. Oh, so we're making like the little road. I always call it a road. It's not really, but so I need 2 like that and 2 like that, and we're making 2 of these. Okay. All right, so let's do that. So we will put these 2 together. Make sure they're lined up. And we are going to sew 1/4 of an inch. And they are going to be towards the D. So the D. The D. So they're going to go that way. set my seams, and then I want it to go this way. That way. Like that. Okay. And again, don't worry that it doesn't sort of line up here, because this is going to be a seam somewhere else. So don't worry about that. I always freaked out when I realized it wasn't matching, but we don't need to worry about that. Not just yet. We may not even need to worry about it in this clue. So then what we're going to do is we're going to put the rest of these together. So CD, CD, let's move that out of the way. CD and DC. Oh, they're trying to trick us. So let's move that over. And DC. So that has our road there. CD, C, D, C, D, D, C. Okay, so we will line these all up and sew them together. Here we are there. So here's our road there. So they're all going that way. Oh, I think I've done that wrong. Oh, Toby's coming down to tell me something. Toby, stop. Oh, I did that wrong. Because this is this. And I've already got them. So basically that was supposed to go like that. So I need to unpick. Here we go again, Jack. So make sure you are aware and read your pattern properly, like I don't. This is a quick fix. A very quick fix. So you can talk amongst yourself while I just unpick this. And again, if you've watched ahead before you started sewing, then you won't be making my mistake. I wondered why it said make two, because I thought, what? How do I make two? But now I realize what it means. So you can come out. You're right. You're the wrong one. So we will just pull you out as well. It never phases me if I get things wrong. I don't get all upset. And it's just another learning curve along the way. Another great chance to use my friend Jack. He's always around when I need him. Always around when I need him. Okay, so the way I see it then, we're supposed to join the step 4 units to the left of step 5. Yeah. Join 2 step 4 units, which are these. Okay, I almost feel like they missed a part out in the instructions here, because this is how it's meant to go, if I understand right. So I think that's how it's meant to go. But I feel like they missed a bit out, because we've done this part. We've done this part where we made these. Then it just says join 2 step 4 units. Join 2 step 4 units to the left of the step 5. Oh, okay. I just wasn't reading it properly. So I have to sew these together and then sew those together. Okay, I think I finally have got it right. So let's make sure we're ironing everything the right way. So these we've already done, and they're going that way, but these are going to go this way, like that. So there's one, and this one will go that way and that way. Okay, we finally got them done. So now what we're going to do is to join a step 6 unit. It's this. Below a step 3 unit. So here's our step 3 unit. So I think what we're going to do is that. Oh, how pretty is that? We're going to do that for both of these. So that means this is going to line up here. Line all these up and pin them. Like this. And sew a quarter of an inch all the way down there. And we are stewing these up that way. So up. So that means we have this on the top. So we'll just set the seam. And I'll set this seam at the same time. Boy, my machine was giving me a hard time and I wasn't managing well with the instructions today. But we made it through. And we have got ourselves a gorgeous block. I absolutely love the colors of this. Oh, now there is the, this end is a bit wonky. Let's see, but these are nice and straight, and these are nice and straight, and this end's a bit wonky. So I'm probably going to trim that down later, and my block will just be slightly smaller than it's meant to be.